Hey everybody, this is Principal Anderson back in the podcast studio room. Yep, live right here. And today, as you know, we always got some great conversation going with you. But today, I'm so excited because I'm actually sitting with one of our instructors. So let me just tell you, kind-hearted, sweet. If you even look like you got a frown, she's gonna make you smile. She's our Spanish teacher, but what's so cool about it is she's the instructor here, but she also does it on a college level for us too. So when our kids take Miss Taylor, they get a chance to get Spanish 101, 102, 103, 104, and we ready for any other numbers you want to give us because she's just that talented. Now, one of the other great things about her is not only is she an instructor here, a professor, not only is she lighthearted and energetic, she's the wife of a great, great guy. They've been married about how many years now?
Well, we'll be 5 years in June.
I remember when you guys got married.
Yes.
5 years. But let me tell you the other thing that most people may not know. She's an author too. And it takes a lot to be able to sit down and write. And so please help me welcome Miss Esther Taylor to the podcast studio.
Thank you so much, Principal Anderson. I'm so glad to be here. I'm looking forward to our conversation.
Oh my God. Like, this is so, as a principal, we dream a lot, right? We're like, and then one day I want this to happen. One day this to happen. And let me just tell you guys, we're going to tell you the secret about why we're actually talking. But one of the things that you do, and it even says in the Bible that without a vision, the people will perish.
Right.
And so I'm so excited about the vision that you have, the vision that our other instructors have. And sometimes it's difficult to get there because you're like, oh, I'm trying to get there. And so with that vision of seeing it, then it just becomes like, I can taste it now, I could get there. And
Right.
So this podcast that's going to start happening is going to be done all in Spanish.
Yes.
Tell us more about that.
I'm super excited. First of all, I'm very proud of our students. They have, I've seen phenomenal growth in our
Yes.
students with Spanish language acquisition. We've come from, students being at a novice level and just being able to say Spanish words. And
That's
we've
me.
grown to students being able to write paragraphs, write essays. Students are now able to converse in Spanish and recognize the language when they hear it. So that's huge. And that's all props to, Principal Anderson for encouraging us to expand our Spanish program here. And now our students are going to be hosting and participating in a podcast that is completely in Spanish. So we're super excited.
Amazing.
We're super excited. When Principal Anderson first came to me with the idea, I was like, oh, that would be great. Let's do it. And so now we've gone from vision to reality.
Yes.
So it does take a lot of steps to get there, motivating students, planning out the podcast episodes, getting students excited about what they will be participating in, and taking out the time to walk them through the process. It's just been amazing. So I'm very excited, very proud of our students.
Wow. So what type of episodes? Or can you give us some teasers with it?
Well, some students will be talking about mental health, anxiety, and how to
Yes.
manage that. Other students will have sports podcasts. One of the main debatable topics is who is the GOAT? LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and they have others on the list. We also have a relationship podcast where students will be taking we'll be giving advice about relationships, what to do, in this certain scenario. And so there are just a lot of podcasts that a Black History podcast with
And
facts
all
about
in
Black
Spanish,
history,
right?
all in Spanish.
Okay, I got to brush up on this.
So
then.
students are excited. Right now they're creating and finishing their scripts. So they'll be prepared.
This is going to be so exciting. I mean, never in the history of Michelle Clark. We've been doing nothing but breaking barriers and changing history.
Yes.
And so this is just another step in how we're going to be changing history. And so I'm challenging everybody out there. If you got something, let's get it going. We have Miss Mina's going to be doing one in French.
Oh, that's amazing.
She's getting her class ready for French. So I'm excited about that. But you are the pioneer for this.
I'm so excited, and I hope that the students really can understand the magnitude of this moment because it's very important. Our students can envision the possibility of them actually using Spanish in real time and in real situations. And then also the fact that there are more than over 500 million people in the world that speak Spanish. And then a lot of them look like us. We have a lot of Afro-Latinos all throughout the U.S., but also abroad. And so just for students to embrace the culture and the language and have the confidence to use it is amazing.
You know what else is amazing? I want you to touch on this, but I've always been amazed that when you think about different advertisers and makers of products, they look for certain people to market to, right?
Right.
And so when we think about this podcast, it's really marketing everybody, but the people that we're really reaching out to are those that are of the Spanish language, right?
Right.
And so what would you then say to people like, well, I don't know Spanish, and now they're doing a Spanish podcast? What is that about?
I think I would say,
because I would say learn it.
Yeah. Right. We can learn step by step. And sometimes if you don't speak the language, you can pick up little words here or there as you continue to listen, but you can also share. And I think that's one of the greatest opportunities to share with someone who speaks Spanish, because they will be able to understand it. And, a lot of times when we receive things, it's not all about us receiving. It's about us sharing out to others that can benefit. So I'm not discouraging anybody from listening to the podcast, but if you find that you're going to get frustrated with listening to the podcast because you don't understand, I would say a good strategy is to listen to it in increments. So listen to the first 5 minutes and see what you can pick up, and learn that way. But you also can extend that as time passes. Maybe you only listen to 5 minutes and you try to pick up words like hola, mi nombre es. So the first 5 minutes of a podcast is generally an introduction.
Absolutely.
So if you know basic Spanish, you'll be able to understand the introduction. But a lot of the words that we use in Spanish are also cognates. They sound like English words. A cognate is a word that looks like an English word and has the same meaning. Some of them are chocolate. Places are cognates. Names are cognates. So they will be the same in Spanish. Even real, which is real. So you can listen for the cognates and words that you can recognize to kind of help you navigate through the episode. But worst case scenario and best case scenario, share it with the Spanish speaker.
Yeah. Well, share with a Spanish speaker, and then maybe you guys can do it together. So now you just met a friend.
Right.
I think that's always important. And I love that you said sometimes things that we get are not always for us, but it's for us to share with others.
Right.
And so I would love to just end this by telling you I appreciate you getting a gift and then sharing it with us, because you really are a gift in all that you bring here at Michelle Clark.
Thank you so much for saying that.
How long have you been here?
I've been here for 5 years.
Okay, because that's what I was like. I knew I was here when you guys got married.
Yes.
And so, yes, you've been here with me. So,
right.
And we didn't know each other or anything. We heard about each other and everything. I know your twin sister.
Yeah.
But I just really am so, I can't even say it enough. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And then tell people about your book before we go.
Yes, I actually have 5 books. You can actually search me, Essie Faye Taylor, on Amazon, and you will find my 5 books. But the book that most people know me for is Finding the Love You Deserve, 30 Lessons in Self-Love and Acceptance. And it's all about loving yourself and accepting yourself for who you are. And it's a devotional, so there's a faith aspect to it. And understanding that God loves you just the way you are, unconditionally, no matter your race, your sex, your sexual orientation, where you're from, your flaws. God loves you, and He wants you to love yourself. So that's that's the premise of the book. You can also follow me on Facebook at Esther Taylor, or you can follow me on Instagram or TikTok at _Essie_Faye, Faye. And you can visit my website at www.essiefayetaylor.com.
Oh my God, I'm behind in the times. I gotta come up with, you guys can't do anything for me. I don't have all of that. Oh, wait, I don't have any of that. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, you guys, don't forget, be on the lookout for the next podcast that's coming your way fully in Spanish by our students. Thank you so much for joining us today.
All right, goodbye.